I'm Haitian, and this is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about this whole situation that we hear circulating all over these internet streets about Haitians eating pets, eating cats. I should start off with the disclaimer that I am first generation, born here in the United States of America, to immigrant parents that immigrated here, both parents from Haiti. I am married to a Haitian man. I grew up hearing this same kind of thing. I know when I moved from Miami, Florida to Southwest Florida, there were Americans that used to make fun, poke fun and say, hey, you guys are Haitian, you eat cats, as a joke. And for a long time, it bothered me because I was like, what is this based on? There's no validity to it. Why are they saying this? But then as I got older, I started doing some research and asking questions. And I know here in the United States, pets are a very big deal. And I know one thing that is a custom in Haiti: if the animal has been named, they will not eat it because you've almost given it a human-like characteristic. And when you think of pets, you're thinking of a member of your family, so to speak. But for the Haitian culture, for a very long, they were just, they call them maon. They were just wild, so to speak. These were not domesticated pets. It was just like a wild animal became victim to the situation that was at hand. And the information that I'm going to share with you is information that I was able to gather from a number of different people, but it spans between 3 generations of individuals born in Haiti. My husband being one of them, my mother being one of them, and my grandfather being one of those individuals as well, and a number of other people. But I just wanted to show you a large sample size, so to speak, if we're talking about surveying. Let me give you a little backstory first before we talk about individuals in Springfield that may or may not have been Haitians, but they were people that looked like me, and it's being said that they were Haitians that were quote unquote eating pets. I was trying not to even talk about this, but I kept getting things like this being said because I am a conservative. And a lot of times people like to say, oh, because you support Trump, you never find fault in anything that he does. That is not true. We have video up on our YouTube channel where we have called out things that we felt were said out of context, that were said inappropriately. So we are just honest about the information that we share regarding this, and to come out here and tell you that it's true that in Haiti there are instances where Haitians have eaten cats. Is it something that is done every single day? I would say probably not. But is it something that has been done out of necessity in many cases? Yes. And when we talk about necessity, we need to look at the backstory of how Haiti got into that situation. Outside of corrupt Haitian politicians, corrupt Haitian individuals, we have our number one staple in Haiti is rice, or was rice. At the time where the Clintons came in and they did what they did to ruin our rice production. They damaged our agriculture, kind of like what we see happening in the United States. And what they did after they ruined those small mom and pop, so to speak, farmers that were living off of this generations and generations of sending their kids to school off of the money that they would make off of the rice that they would produce. When that was ruined, the Clintons brought in their rice. And can you guess where that rice production was coming from? None other than Arkansas, where the Clintons are from. So that's a little backstory before we get into anything else. So if I say out of necessity, there's been cases where individuals have in fact eaten cats in Haiti. Yes. This whole thing about dogs, not sure about that. And I bring up the Clintons because when I say that I personally cannot support the Democratic Party, it's because of things like that. It's because I know the history of what's going on in Haiti. And I also know the present day, what's going on in Haiti and what's going on in these United States of America. A lot of the things that we see happening in front of us here in the United States, it's out of a playbook that has been used in Haiti. I talked about the agriculture, how that's being ruined. We can talk about election integrity over in Haiti as well. And if you just do some independent research, you'll see how corrupt that has been. It could be a mass population. The majority of the people can be out in droves, voting age, and say that they're going to vote for a particular candidate. But if France and the United States have not put forward that this is the candidate that they want, that individual will not be president. So there's a lot of corruption going on there. So that brings us to here, to modern day, where we're at here. And there has been an influx of Haitians in the United States. And again, out of necessity. I understand that they're looking for a better life because when my mother came to the United States, when my father came to the United States, it was out of necessity. They in fact were looking for a better life. But what are we at? We are in a country right now where the citizens themselves are having a hard time surviving. Just the American citizens, natural born in this country, are having a hard time surviving. So we have an influx. And if you know anything about not even at the border. And I know some Haitians come in through the open border, but I'm talking about legal immigration, that people are coming in, flown into the United States through this humanitarian parole program that is going on. And it's not just Haitians, it's 5 different countries. Haiti, Venezuela, I believe, is one of them. And there's a few other ones. And I'll just go ahead and pop them in right here so you can see those names of those countries. But I know for sure Haiti's one of them. And you can look this information up under the USCIS. And they pledged a few years ago to allow 30,000 individuals from those collective countries each month to be able to come into the United States. So now we have an immigration problem because we have to be able to house those individuals. They're not coming here with all their pockets full. They're coming here because they're looking for opportunity. They're looking for that American dream. And at whose expense? At your expense, at my expense, because we have to foot the bill. And I understand that a lot of people think that conservatives do not want to help, but we have to do it at levels. We have to do it at stages. It has to be a progressive thing, and it has to be proper vetting. And I've spoken about that, and my husband and I have spoken about that in other videos, that we feel that the vetting systems are not necessarily there as well. So to get back on topic, I know I kind of went off on a tangent because I wanted to give you like a historical context. I wanted to give you the present day context of why we are here, and the same things that they're running from over there: lack of resources, inability to find jobs, or their jobs aren't there. Those are the same things that the American people are going to be facing if we do not address this immigration problem. So I know there's towns all around the United States, people are probably just not talking about them, that are dealing with this immigration crisis. And I really hope that you can take a step back and try to understand that while, yes, these are things that happen in Haiti, not to say that it is even a cultural norm for them in Haiti, but it's something. It's not an everyday practice in Haiti of consuming cats. Never heard of the dogs thing happening in real life, but I spoke to my mother, spoke to my grandfather, spoke to my husband, my mother-in-law. All of them can tell me, and they're from different parts of Haiti, can tell me instances where they have, in fact, with their own eyes, seen where individuals have consumed cats. So if we're going to be honest with the situation, we have to come out and just say it like it is. It goes deeper than just the whole pets thing. If you run into a Haitian that is telling you, and they're fighting you and telling you, no, this never happens in Haiti, these are all lies, they are lying. And they don't have the pulse of the people. They're talking about themselves, just their instance. And I'm giving you, and I'm not telling you this is everybody either, but I'm getting the pulse of the people. I'm surveying, I'm asking questions. I put out a post on Facebook, and there's confirmation that this in fact is happening. It's kind of like when there is someone in the family, and this is very prevalent within the Haitian community, there's someone in the family that is a criminal, or they're known to have SA'd someone. Everybody's like on the hush hush. We don't want to talk about it. If we don't talk about it, then it doesn't exist. If we don't say it, then it doesn't exist. If we pretend that never happened, it does not exist. And that's the biggest problem we can do as Haitians, is to pretend that it doesn't exist. It does exist. How did we get there? That's what we need to address. How can we get out of it? How can we create an environment and energy where this is not the case, where it's not something that happens out of necessity, where it's not something that happens where kids are just playing and they end up doing this because they're having their own little barbecue, so to speak, or they're just deciding to bukane a cat. Where can we go for this to not be the case, where out of drunkenness that this happens? Because those are the instances where this in fact happens in Haiti. Now, to scale it back and to tie that all together, we have to stop pretending that issues do not exist. And when someone outside looking in sees it and calls it out, for us to say, no, that is not true, because you are not lying to those people. You are lying to yourself. So we need to find a way to address this so that this won't be the case. If it's not a practice that you want to be common practice, how do we move forward for it not to be common practice? And how does someone that's coming here that has to get used to this society, how do they, and I don't even want to use the word assimilate, but how do we coexist as a people that are here? Because a lot of those people, like I said, have legally come into this country. So how do we coexist so that people can understand that in America, these are these individuals' pets. Even if it's a stray, this is not what happens in America. How do we have that conversation and say, hey, we can't do that here? First, we have to acknowledge that this is a reality. We have to acknowledge that this is something that has happened in Haiti. But if we deny it, then we won't be able to move forward. So I felt like it was important for me to take this opportunity to talk to you as a Haitian. And some people are going to come for me because they feel like I'm exposing something. I'm not exposing. I'm trying to clean this up. I'm trying to say, yes, this is where we were at. This is where we are at right now. And how do we move forward? And these are the questions you need to ask yourself. How are we going to move forward as a people from this situation? I would love to hear from you. Share this, or if you have a rebuttal, so to speak, I would love to hear your comments as well in the comment section. Like it if you found value in it as well, and we can kind of go from there. Talk to you later. See you in the next one.